I'm Pastor Michael, and I'll be hanging out with you this week on the Daily Dose. You know, with the new year comes new opportunities, right? With this changing of the year, oftentimes we feel the need to change our lives for the better, right? This is why we have New Year's resolutions. And so to honor this week in our Daily Doses, we're going to be covering some habits and things that we want to do as we enter this year to serve Jesus, our families, and our community better. Can I depress you right off the bat? If you look at New Year's resolutions, there's this stat out there that says 78% of them will fail in the first 21 days. 78%. Like the majority of people that make New Year's resolutions, they're going to fail. And it really speaks to why we're trying to make the changes, right? It seems like every single year, at least for me, I don't know for you, but for me, every single year, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make this change in my life. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I start flossing 2 times a day. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I'm reading my Bible every day. I'm gonna make sure I pray without ceasing, that I'm going through all of these different things. And I don't know what that looks like for you. I know for some people, it's like, hey man, I wanna quit partying. I wanna stop drinking. I wanna quit chasing girls or guys or whatever the case may be. And I wanna start reading my Bible more. What's interesting is a lot of times we do great the first week and maybe even the second, but after a couple weeks, we fall off the bandwagon. And see, here's the reason why I think that happens. Because you see, I think a lot of times we address the symptoms and not the heart conditions, right? There's an old saying, you put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, right? If we don't go back to the heart conditions, the reason why we sin over and over and over again, we're never going to change as followers of Jesus. If you are struggling with this, don't feel bad. You're amongst really, really good company. In Romans 7, verse 15, Paul is talking, and check out what he says. He said this, I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do. And what I hate to do, I do. See, Paul in this verse, he's kind of getting open and honest and saying, I keep on trying to live for Jesus, and I keep on trying to do what I'm supposed to do, but it seems like I keep on falling over and over and over and over again. See, I think before we start to make changes in our lives this year, we need to stop and recognize who is making the changes. You see, it's not me changing my behavior. It's Christ working through me in his Holy Spirit. What I challenge you to do this week is take a look at John 15. Jesus talks about how he is the vine in this verse and how when we abide in him, we have fruit. In other words, our lives begin to change and we get to see things that are pretty cool. We get to see the love and joy and peace and patience and forbearance that comes through the Holy Spirit. So what I challenge you to do this week is take a look at John 15, read it over, and before we talk about making changes to ourselves this year, we go, hey, Jesus, what do you want to change in my life? What in my life can't remain the same? Because if we don't do that, all we're gonna do is get stuck in this cycle of behavior modifications. This has been your Daily Dose. Catch you tomorrow.